Welcome back, everybody. If you're new here, I'm Lil'Chap. I'm a 2022 Appalachian Trail thru hiker, and right now I'm headed to do a day hike in Northwest Arkansas. I'm getting really close. I'm only like 15 minutes from this trail I'm gonna hike today on this day hike, but I had to pull over at this viewpoint because, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Let me show you. I made it to this trailhead and I was not expecting to be packed. So a car was leaving and I was able to squeeze in very tightly between these two cars. But this lot is jam-packed. And I'm also really shocked. I knew this was a popular day hike destination, but I didn't realize across the street there's even a sign for tent camping and a hostel. So, I don't know. This may be packed, but it's only supposed to be like less than 6 miles out and back. I'm not going to carry anything but my phone, my keys, and some poles. So I know, should carry the 10 essentials, but I'm not going to. All right, let's get going. All right, I'm on the trail. All right, only about 5 minutes in. So far, the trail has been a very well-worn gravel trail. There's some big, huge rocks there and there, right in the trail. Make good natural seats, take a break. The signage at the beginning, it said at least 4 hours, and it was very, spelled out to look very daunting, like it was gonna take at least 4 hours. It says it's more than a 1,200 foot climb out of here. And yada, yada, yada. 1,200 feet's not that much. Well, compared to AT standards. But I think that's if you go to the very end of the Centerpoint trail, like an out and back to this parking lot. Whereas I'm going to be getting off of the trail that I'm on, onto the goat trail to go up above the bluff. Or on the bluff above the river, I believe. All right, so for now, man, would you look at these fall colors? Just yellows and oranges and browns. It's a little too warm though for a fall hike. I've actually have my my AT shirt on that I hiked. Let's see, I got this shirt in near Tuxedo, New York, and I finished the AT with it. And that just happens to be what I'm wearing. I washed it once or twice with some Tide, and all the trail stench is gone. And it's almost actually maybe over 80. It's around 80 degrees right now. So it got warm today. But man, it's beautiful out here. I wish it was like 55 or 60, but oh well. It's a beautiful day in the woods. All right, I'm guessing 1.5 miles in. It's been pretty fast going. Mostly it's just been this good flat trail. There was one section that was kind of rocky and downhill, but it wasn't bad. So the Centerpoint trail, the one I'm currently on, is graded for horses, and there is definite sign that there have been horses using it. The goat trail is supposed to be much more treacherous. I read that people have actually died falling off the goat trail, and no dogs or horses or anything are allowed there, I don't believe. I know dogs aren't. I'm assuming horses also, because it's supposed to be a narrow trail up high above the river. I have seen a bunch of people, probably at least 15, maybe more than that, because some were like 4 and 5 people together, maybe 20 people, all walking back to the parking lot. So most of them probably started earlier in the day and are finishing up. I've not seen anybody for at least the last half mile. Most of them that I saw were back closer to the parking lot. So maybe that parking lot won't be so full. All right, I don't know if there's going to be much else to see until we get to the goat trail. We'll see. If there is, I'll bring you along. If not, I'll see you when we get to the intersection with the goat trail. All right, we're getting pretty close to the goat trail, it looks like. I've seen another probably 12 to 15 people, probably more than that. There have been a ton of people. One thing that's been a little interesting, this is getting kind of steep and rocky here. One thing that's been a little interesting is several people I've said hello to have just ignored me, including two guys that were backpacking and carrying full packs. I said hi, they didn't say a word. They weren't wearing earbuds, so I'm not sure what the deal was with that. Now, several have responded and been very friendly, but on long trails, like the AT, and, ooh, that was close call there. Slid pretty good, but I stayed up. On long trails, it just seems that everybody's friendly and ready to talk. But I guess if I liken this to day hiking around home, most people are very into just talking to their own groups. And look at this bluff we're starting to walk on. Let me zoom out a little bit. So I believe you can backpack along this trail, and I don't really know exactly how far we are from one trail to the next and how they connect, but I did pop up gut hook for the trail that I'm going to be backpacking starting tomorrow, and it looks like at one point it comes very close to where I'm going. It's just on the other side of the Buffalo River, so I'm very close to where I will be hiking. Man, this is neat. It won't let me zoom back anymore, but that's straight up above my head. That's behind me. Still just been walking for a while. Looks like people have maybe tried to climb this a bunch right here, just because it's worn and you can see where there's a lot of marks on the rocks. So as far as I can see through the trees, it looks like we're almost out on a rocky outcropping. I'm gonna be next to this big cliff wall. Man, this is neat though, isn't it? Look at that. I guess the trail continues down there. All right, this is almost making my stomach queasy. Let me show you where I have to go. All right, let's hold your breath and go. So we just came from over there. All right, so that was beautiful. I had seen some pictures and I knew that it was going to be pretty, but that was way cooler than I expected here in Northwest Arkansas. I got to confess though, even after some of the stuff I was on up in Maine and New Hampshire, that lip part you had to walk out on, you know, I couldn't look down. I had that adrenaline pumping, and you know, I guess I'm afraid of heights a little bit. Or I don't know about afraid, but I definitely get the heart palpitations. And it's not about being up high. It's the drastic drop to the bottom that I think gets me. I guess that's with everybody. But anyway, I'm headed back to the truck. I think it's been about an hour and a half, and I'm a good ways back already. Hour and a half total. So the sign about this being a minimum of a 4-hour hike, I don't think so. I would think more realistically, probably 3. I'll do it in under 3. But I think 3 is probably a pretty good number from the Centerpoint trailhead. And I actually went past the end of the goat trail. It looks like a couple hundred yards. The trail kind of appeared to continue, but all trails showed that the 6-mile out and back that I was on had ended back at least a few hundred yards before where I went. But man, you can see those oranges. The colors are popping. A beautiful day hike. Alright, it's not all sunshine and rainbows out here. And just like on the AT, I'm going to keep this real with y'all. So as I was walking in, remember, I brought nothing with me but poles, my phone, and my keys. About, I don't know, part of the way in, I started to think, a couple miles, maybe a mile or a mile and a half in, I started thinking, oh man, I should have brought some cat hole supplies with me. But I thought, it'll be okay. So when I was at a spot where there was some decent substitutes for cat hole supplies, I gathered some up and I carried them in my pocket just in case. And now that this is all uphill on the way out, I had to use those emergency cat hole supplies. So, translation, I had to use some leaves and dig a hole with my shoe and sticks and the points of these. And, well, that's real life of hiking. But man, what a beautiful day. It's been an awesome day. Awesome drive down. Beautiful colors. And man, that was a cool overlook of the Buffalo River. I don't know what I'm doing yet this evening. I'm gonna see what time it is when I get to the truck. And I think I'm close to this outfitter, a couple miles, and they're open until 6. And I have to go there either today or in the morning to arrange my shuttle for the through hike. And I don't know if I'm gonna find a motel or if I'm gonna find somewhere to camp yet. I'm just gonna kind of play it by ear and see what I come across. So I'll bring you along later this evening and let you know what I decided. Probably won't video anymore coming out because this was an out and back, and I've already showed you part of the coming in. So I'm just gonna walk on back to the truck. All right, I'm in a beautiful front country campsite. It is the 3rd campground I went to because the first 2 were full. This one was full. However, someone let me put my tent up in the walk-in area. All the spots were taken, but there was plenty of room because you can have up to 6 people. So anyway, there are a lot of people here, so I'm not gonna do much videoing tonight. Just gonna say good night and see y'all tomorrow as we hit the Buffalo River Trail.